everybody, and welcome to the show. Of course, this is Comics Books News today for the 5th of October, which is, boy, this year's almost over. Boy, this year's almost over. See how you can do that? You can say it either way, and it works.
Well, it's a boy like that. No. You may as well say golly gosh.
Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. Are you picking on my age again? You ageist.
Yes, I am.
Jeez.
And even if this year is almost over, I don't see how it's going to magically fix this apocalyptic issue we're having just by the number flipping on a calendar. But hey,
Hey,
what do I know? I'm just a dickhead.
that's true. That is true. But we survived Y2K. I lived through it.
Oh, you lived through that
I
that
did.
atrocity, did you?
I did. Yeah.
Goodness me.
It
I was
was
promised machines taking over.
so was I, and it didn't
Yeah.
happen. But
The
anyway,
robot apocalypse can still happen, boys.
it can.
Don't panic, alright? I still bet on robot apocalypse for end of the world, but I don't know.
You
I
should
probably won't live to
always
see
bet
it,
on
sadly.
robot apocalypse, I would say.
It's the most likely. These zombie nerds, get out of here.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
suck.
true. It is true. Well, I just kind of went over here and to send out on Twitter and on the Facebook, because I can't do it beforehand anymore, which sucks. But I'm over here sharing, and I hope you guys are too. It definitely helps us out. But the first thing in my tweeter here, Prince Harry has described his awakening to the existence of systematic racism, saying, "The world that we know has been created by white people for white people." Uh huh. Yeah, you're European, dude. You're freaking royal. Of course it was created for you. The
Oh
hell?
my god.
It's just like the most obvious of
Kofta.
obviousnesses.
Ugh.
I
Unbelievable.
love how that's supposed to be a bad thing.
I know, right?
Like magically, if non-white people had been the ones creating the world for the last 700 years, it wouldn't have been for them. Wouldn't have been. Would have Jeff been for everybody, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Get out of
Well, the weirdest thing is I live in Japan and they do everything for the Japanese.
here.
It's shocking. Yeah, shocking.
My heart, be still it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if any of you guys are listening now or later, since I just put all the shares out, I could use a little bit of technical assistance, please, because I'm having a little bit of problem, as maybe you can tell. YouTube changed their stuff. They got rid of the classic streaming, which is I was using. It worked perfectly. It's really nice. Now I have to use their actual streaming. So I do it through the Streamlabs here because it allows me to have all my intros and I can share everything, audio, all that. It's really great. I love Streamlabs. But now what I have to do is I have to go set it up in the YouTube live thing, which I do. But then I come over here and because I do have my Streamlabs connected to my YouTube, and when I hit go, which used to just go, now it comes up and I have to fill in all the information again, which I think filling the information in on the YouTube side is a waste of my time because then I have to go in later now and put it in the thumbnail later instead of just being able to do it all beforehand. And then I have to sit here and wait for, I don't know, what is that, 30, 45 seconds, right? It's quite a,
So do we have to use this new YouTube Studio now?
well, I
When the
can't,
old one was working fine. I
yeah,
was
well,
just looking.
I have to, yeah. They
I
got
was
rid of
just looking
classic.
through the YouTube Live now. I just kept to the classic because the new one's it's awful.
Yeah, but see, the classic they shut down. I can't use it anymore.
Oh my god! Why do they keep doing this shit?
That's my problem. So the way they were doing it forever worked really really well. This thing now, it's I don't know what the hell it is. I mean, I'm able to get on. I just it's a mess because before I could have my whole page set up in the old way to do it, and you have all your links and everything set up. You can choose your thumbnail. You can do all your edits. You can share. You can set up the time where it's going to start. I usually do 30 minutes ahead of time, and I can go over to the page where it's waiting, and I can send out tweets, and I can send out Facebook. Actually, it would do that stuff automatically for me. It all worked really well. Now it's an absolute cluster, and I'm sure there's some way for me to get around this. I just need some help. So if any of you guys know what the hell YouTube is doing and how I can fix this YouTube Streamlabs interface problem, I'm assuming that's the problem. Please,
Save us,
contact me.
Pixel.
Yes, please save us, Pixel. We love you,
Please.
Pixel. Yes. But
Big
anyway,
Daddy Pixel, please.
with that said, we can do what we want to do. It's just it's a major hassle. And I had put up a suggestion a couple weeks ago when this started, Thundera, that they're doing it intentionally to try to skin out the boomers, the old people.
Probably.
Yeah. Why do they have such
Uh,
a? Why do they care? I mean, Google has the entire internet on its shoulders easily. Why does it care what the little dudes do here? I mean, if you don't want to pay us money, that's fine. Don't pay us money. You don't. There's no obligation for that. That's one of the reasons why I don't even monetize. I don't want their money. But I mean, just let us be. What the hell, right?
Because they're tyrants. It's really the only word for it. They're leftist totalitarian.
Yeah, no, it is
yeah.
a simple thing, I guess, because I watch a lot of YouTube stuff while I'm working usually, and I'm sure you all do. And I watch a lot of stuff like barbecue and cooking stuff with the wife, and I like a lot of automotive things like repairing cars and tractors, will it start type of videos. I like that stuff. And those are there's nothing offensive there. They're literally just pulling an old car out of the woods and repairing it. But they're even having trouble. It's
Yep.
like, why would you care? I mean, we're political. I get it. Like yesterday, yeah, my Afrocentrism stream. Do you see how long it took for them to let that up? That was like what, 12 hours or more before they
Yep.
allow that thing to exist. But I get us though. I do get us because we are political. But I mean, a car repair channel? What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they don't. They're just tyrants. I mean, there's really no other word for it.
Yeah. I see Roger's in here. Hello, Roger. We do love talking to Roger. He's such a nice guy. But just out of curiosity, before we get into the news today, what do you guys like to watch on the YouTube? Or are you more TV guys, or you just screw it all together? Booster.
I usually, uh, it's all different stuff. Whether it be
I
like
was gonna say all
ASMR
sorts.
or video game stuff or political stuff. Not that there's much left. Um, just all different stuff. Usually, though, if I'm looking for something to like actually watch, then it'll just be like some old series from years ago on YouTube because the new stuff is usually all trash. It's just chasing ad dollars anymore.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough, though. I think most of the places I watch aren't really much into the monetization stuff. But what about you, Booster?
I say I just like, yeah, again, it's just a mixed bag, right? It's YouTube. I subscribe to all sorts of channels, game reviews, movie reviews, people just talk about politics and shit,
Huh.
shit posting channels.
Well, usually when I get
What?
up in the morning and I start doing my translation work, I will listen to a little bit of news stuff and see what's going on, and then after that, I don't. I just put on stuff that I can listen to. Recently, I've been listening to what's the name of his channel? He's got a weird name channel, but he just has this complete breakdown of the Tolkien's Middle Earth. A complete breakdown. I mean, every a group, kings, areas, history. I mean, it's probably boring as hell to most people, but it's fascinating. And the dude, not only does he have this perfect British accent to do it, he also speaks the languages that Tolkien created.
Oh my god, what a fucking nerd.
I know it's perfect. It's perfect. You don't speak Klingon or something, there, brother?
That's super nerdy, I will say.
Why would I speak a made up language? That sounds completely worthless.
Aren't all languages made up?
No,
Okay.
that's not how that works at all, and you know that, and you're trying to trap me. Get out of here with you.
At least he's getting hip to me, I guess, huh?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get on with it. But it's too bad that they can't. I mean, because back in the back when I started watching YouTube, which to be fair is something my wife introduced me to, I never had paid any attention to it. It was just the kind of place where people did stuff. Now it's just so damn political. It's like, God, man. But anyway, let's come over here and let me share this out, and we can get into our stuff and let Booster do his thing because he's good at that. Okay, here we go.
I have the perfect voice for it. I have a I have a sexy little voice.
You do.
Regal Movies announces shutdown of all theaters after abysmal box office grosses
Yeah.
nationwide.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit with Tenet yesterday, and of course Mulan, and we've been having this conversation ongoing. AMC is
Mm.
already in bankruptcy, although there was a looking of it like a Chinese company might buy it. But AMC is probably the biggest movie theater company in the world. Regal is certainly a huge one domestically. I don't know if they're international, but they're a big one internationally. So, I mean, in all seriousness, putting all the politics and silliness aside, this is sad as shit, dude.
Mm.
It's sad. I mean, I do it rarely, but I really love going down and sitting in the cinema with the wife and having the popcorn and because it's one of the few times I actually drink soda and just watching a movie, man. It's a nice thing to do, but damn.
Yeah, it's a very different experience. It would if all theaters just shut down one day and everything was digital, that would kind of suck.
Yeah, but that kind
I
of
don't think I
looks
want to
like
live
what's
in that
happening
future.
in the States, though, dude.
Yeah, it'd
I
be a
mean,
real shame.
well, you and I are in a very different situation. I mean, our theaters, shut down for a month?
Hmm.
That's about it. I mean, there's nothing to watch, so they're doing old movies and stuff like that, which is why I think Tenet did well because it seems to be a fair enough movie. It's not a bad flick, it seems, but it's not no blockbuster. But it's nothing else to
Yeah,
watch. That's why it's making money. But we
yeah.
didn't really have a shutdown like that over here, and neither did you. But America has just absolutely blasted its doors off, man.
Hmm.
At least in the areas that keep getting talked about. Maybe it's not everywhere. Where are you living at? What state are you in, Thundero?
Ohio.
Ohio. Now, is
It depends on the political affiliations of the governors. Almost all of the Democrat states, like the major ones, are still very tyrannically shut down. Even when their Supreme Courts shut down their shutdown orders, they still just keep doing it anyway. They
Yeah.
find other loopholes to do it.
Well,
My state is run by a Republican, but he's not. He's a rhino. He's a freaking John
oh, the
McCain style
rhinos.
Republican.
Oh, I see.
He's basically a worthless little imp, and I'd like him to die.
And that's
Hmm.
nice.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming your theaters have been shut down.
I think they're allowed to open now, but they were for a long time until sometime like in September or August.
Yeah, but see, there's nothing to play unless they go into old stock, which could be
Yeah.
fun in and of itself, right? But yeah, this is an unfortunate side effect, particularly in the states. It sounds like, but the problem is, if the movie industry crumbles in that way in America, it's going to do it worldwide, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, no, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah, I just put this up here because it just made me sad, man. I mean, Regal is one of the biggest ones in America, isn't it?
I don't know. It's not around here, so I have no idea.
Well, I know they're in Chicago. That's near to you, so maybe it's more Midwest, West Coast, maybe.
Could be. Mine are all called Cinemark, I believe. The
Ah,
name of the
Cinemark,
company that
yeah,
owns
sure.
them.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Ohio, would you be considered East Side? I guess. I guess you
No,
would.
we're Midwest. No,
Are
we're
you
Midwest.
Midwest though? I
Yep.
guess, but you're right next to the Pittsburgh there, Pennsylvania. You guys are always yelling at each other across that big old lake there, or river, whatever the hell it is, aren't you?
We've got. Well, the problem with Ohio is it's a little bit of everything. It's a great microcosm of the whole country because you have your very liberal cities like Columbus and that with very well, they're not super liberal, but they have liberal centers like the universities. And then you have very rural areas, which is basically just like anywhere else in the Midwest. The people are basically the same. And then you have your in between areas, which are very very suburban, middle class, upper middle class type areas. But there's all sorts of different people here, right? Like
Hmm.
it's a very quote unquote diverse state. Where I'm at, there's uh, pick a flavor of person. There's one here. Um,
Well, that's cool though.
so yeah, so it's a really this is one of the reasons why it had been a battleground state for so long. I don't think it is anymore. I think it's pretty much Republican now. But they'll still play their games, and we'll see, I guess, in a few weeks here. Um, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a microcosm of basically the entire country. The southern parts of Ohio is just like anywhere else in the South. Like if you between them and Kentucky, there's not much difference. Northern parts of Ohio, depending on which side, are very different. So like the Cleveland side is very similar to like what you said, like a Pittsburgh or a Pennsylvania style town. My side, Toledo side, is basically we call it Little Detroit because it's there was a time when it was in Michigan for a while. So the state's very interesting as far as that, like demographically and stuff like
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
And I think that plays a big role in why we get crappy governors. The last 4 governors in this state have been terrible, like just terrible. DeWine's terrible. Kasich was terrible. The guys, 2 names I don't even remember, they were terrible too. Um, they've just been just bad. They're either rhinos or they're completely incompetent Democrats.
Well, it is weird up there around them Great Lakes there. It seems to be a lot of that going on.
Yeah,
All the ones that touch
lots
it
of
there.
corruption.
So it's interesting you consider yourself Midwest because I would have certainly considered you Northeast.
No,
I never really saw Ohio as being
I really
Midwest.
just consider myself Great Lakes. To be honest, like if
Oh,
we were to
makes sense.
divide
That
up the
makes sense.
country and I had my way, the Great Lakes region would become its own little republic with all the states here.
Yeah, but they're all
And
they're all liberal, dude.
no, they're not.
Michigan,
No,
Illinois.
no. That's Detroit. Detroit, Chicago, those are liberal. The
Oh, I
rest of
see.
the states, the rest of the parts of the states aren't at all. They're pretty hardcore right wing in a lot of ways. They're just rural people, farmers and stuff.
I'm curious, Booster. Can you name all the areas of New Zealand, and do you know your geography? Did you study in school?
No.
Perfect. That's perfect. All right. Cool.
But
Well, we got. I
yeah,
don't know.
there's a common misconception, especially with people your age, that the Midwest is liberal. It's never been liberal. We're Midwestern. We
Well,
have
no. I
Midwestern
don't.
values.
I consider Kansas, Colorado to be Midwest. I never considered them liberal. I just consider the North, East to be liberal.
Nah, we're not Northeast.
All right. That's
There's
cool.
such a vast difference between us and somebody who lives in the Beltway. It's not even funny. Like you can, there's a reason they call us flyover country because they don't want to come here because we don't like them and they don't like us, and we're all fine with that arrangement.
Yeah,
We've
sure
all
enough.
made peace with that a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, dude, I'm from Rhode Island. My vote doesn't
Yeah,
even matter, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So but anyway, that's interesting. So you got Cinemark over there. I think Regal is more the west side of America. I'm pretty sure, because the first
Yeah.
time I remember seeing hear about Regal was with Anton there, the black nerd comedy guy, which he's funny. My
Hmm.
my kids love him because he works for Regal doing advertising and reviews and stuff like that. You ever seen the black nerd comedy?
No.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, dude. He's like a big kid. He's around our age. He's between our ages, I think, and
Hmm.
he's just this big, huge nerd. He's a really sweet guy. Anyway, this whole thing with the cinema is unfortunate. If you guys could do me a favor and go hit that share button again, we seem to have maybe there's a big stream going on or something, but we got pretty low numbers for what we usually have. Anyway, let's move on though. Into comic book news directly. It's a blast from the past. It's our best buddy ever, Booster.
Oh, good. Oh no. DC Comics and Marvel Comics writer. Don't call her that. Actual murderer Zoe Quinn hopes Donald Trump dies from COVID-19. Wishes Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey gets the virus next.
Huh. Now, why do they love to eat their own, don't they, Booster? Because he's certainly one of theirs. Jack Dorsey is an absolute SJW.
Oh, what? No, it's not like the trending pages always left this shit, and every single fact checked is left leaning.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, this is Boundary in the Comics, of course. So Trent here is just kind of showing the hypocrisy of this person. But why do we care what Zoe Quinn has to say? Why does she keep getting published? That's my question. I mean, she's a
That's a good
hack.
question.
She has no talent. I went and did a review of her book, and I was like, well, it's actually not badly written, and the art was pretty good. And then I come to find out it was a collaborated team, meaning she didn't write shit. They just put her name on it. So
Also, her nudes were just rubbish.
she what? She what?
Now you know why she's such a miserable person.
Oh, hold on a
She's a-
Yeah.
second. Why in the hell would there be nudes of this person? Isn't she like an ultra feminist? What are you talking about?
Yeah, and a lot of them they always lean two ways, Chester. Either they're hypersexually liberated or extremely um how's the
Puritanical.
word? Yeah, puritanical. Yeah.
So that th- Thundero, that
Mm.
doesn't make sense to my brain.
You're asking a woman-centered movement to make sense?
Well, because she's always getting on men and attacking men for sexual stuff, and she's an
Because
Yeah,
absolute
but they're
harpy.
allowed to sexualize themselves.
Huh.
That's the rules.
the
I
real
don't.
reason, the real reason is because they want to control men's thought. So they do.
Yes.
They go both ways and are complete hypocrites about it because they want to be the ones in control of the narrative.
Hold on a second.
So
I
when
gotta
a man creates a
investigate.
really sexy character, right? You make Wonder Woman with some nice big titties. That's wrong and bad. How dare you sexualize Wonder Woman? But if a woman with nice big titties decides to sell pictures of her titties online, well, that's fine. Because it's about control. It's about who's in control of the narrative there. Which the entire thing, however, is
Holy
still basically
shit! You're right.
a de-
There are nudes
yeah,
of
they're
her.
bad. It's
Yeah.
still
Man.
basically just a
And
demonization of
Gnarly.
male sexuality. That's all it's about.
They,
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, get rid of the hair and stuff like that, and she's just a normal girl. But damn, dude, I didn't know that. I better put this back to moderate search, though. That's not good. That's dangerous. Um,
yeah.
oh,
It'll get you in trouble.
I didn't have to see that, Booster. That's your fault. That's definitely your fault.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Uh,
didn't have to look it up, but
no, I had to look it up. I definitely had. 'Cause I,
yeah.
yeah,
Isn't it curiosity always gets you? That's how I saw them and went, ew.
yeah, the curiosity
So
killed
it's
the
like, well,
cat.
now I have to look for it. Yeah, curiosity made the cat's dick limp more like. I don't...
More than likely, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, for me, we just keep seeing her opinion. She keeps getting more and more opportunities. She fails upwards, as they all do. And it's just, I don't really care at all what Zoe Quinn has to say. I have no cares whatsoever. But she keeps getting put in the limelight. Me personally, I think it would be better if everybody, including me, just stopped talking about her at all. Just
That's why
stop.
for a while she was called literally who.
Well, I
Was
mean,
the name she was given for a while.
this says too much Chester centrism. What? Um, but yeah, no, but the whole thing where she kind of intimidated that person, and of course, he was weak to go and kill himself like that. But
Mm-hmm.
there is some culpability there, I would say. But yeah, she's pretty nasty human, dude. Well, Nick's here now,
She
so Nick can
may as well be a
make me feel
murderer.
happy. Might as well be. Yeah, might as well be. Anyway, let's move on from it. I just damn, dude. Anyway, let's see what we have
Nasty human
next.
being. I don't understand why she gets work. I think it's purposely to for anger clerks.
Well, I think it is just to piss people off. Yeah, I think they do a lot of that. Go ahead, Booster.
Right, alleged Eternals toy leak provides first look at the film's possible main villain, the deviant warlord Crow.
Now, everyone who's read the Eternals, raise your hand, or the Inhumans that have worked too. Everybody got their hands up. All right, good.
No.
Okay, everybody know who Crow
Over
is. Everyone knows who
Newgard.
Crow is. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right, cool.
Hands
Crow
down.
is a deviant. As far as the Eternals and the opposite being the deviants or angels and demons. Anyway, and I know who he is. He's a shapeshifter, I guess. I've seen him before. He's kind of a minor guy, but I guess he's the big bad in this thing. And they have some pictures of him. Would you like to see? Want to see, Booster?
Let's see some pictures. Let's have a look.
Okay, the toy came out, and yeah, well, he is a shapeshifter, so
Um,
I guess he could be whatever he wants, but it doesn't look like Crow at all.
he's looking really over designed, is the word I would use.
Yeah, it's very, very much Groot-esque.
Yes.
Yeah, very Groot-esque. I mean, he is, like I said, he is a shapeshifter, so he could do whatever he wanted. and who knows what this is representing in the movie. But gee, I don't know, dude. Um, they talk about it a little bit here with the back of the card, and they kind of get into some other ones here. Like we got the now gender swapped Ajax. And of course, we have I can never remember her name, even though she's a mega hottie. What's her name, Thundero?
Some Hayek, bro.
Selma Hayek, thank you very much. But they gender swap that. They got some thing where they're talking about Crow in here, and they kind of go on and explain, why they think it's good or bad. But my opinion, really, for it, the reason why I put it up here was because we're actually going to get the Eternals movie. I kind of was hoping it was a joke, and they were just trolling us.
What, a big elaborate prank, you think?
Yeah, multi-million-dollar one. But no,
Yeah.
it's actually coming, and we're gonna have to. Well, I don't know. Are you gonna watch it?
No.
I don't
I'm
think
probably not
I
going to
will.
bother watching anything Marvel puts out for a while, to be totally honest. I've had my fill. They've had, what, 20-odd movies? They've been losing attraction for a while now, I feel. But that's just me. I'm sure a lot of people still enjoy it. Whatever, more about 2 years. If you still love it, right?
Yeah, well,
I'm
we don't
personally
know. We
done.
haven't seen anything, dude. We have
Yeah,
nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I've had my fill, I could just...
Well, there are like 21, 22 movies, and some
Yeah.
of them are so, but I don't know if any of them were really bad. I mean, Endgame was one of the worst ones in my opinion, but it's still watchable.
I still hate Thor: The Dark World. I don't know if I'm like the one person in the world who just vehemently hates that movie.
Thor
but...
movies suck, dude. They do. It's
Oh,
unfortunate.
yeah.
Yeah. No, they do. And it's too
Uh,
bad
they-
because I think Chris
Thor: The
Hemsworth
Dark
makes a
World is
good
just...
Thor.
Yeah. It's just somewhere down the line when he did, I believe, I'm gonna blame the Ghostbusters movie. Someone convinced him he's funny. He's not funny. He's pretty and he can do cool. He is not funny.
He's funny to women because he's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
He
He sounds
that's
like
not
he's telling.
fair.
Oh my god, you're like so funny. Can I touch your
He
ass?
sounds like he's telling a joke, but he's not really. The punchline is soft and it just doesn't have. There's no irony in it. There's nothing that is of comedic value. But it sounds like it should be funny. And since
Wouldn't
he's
it be
hot,
funny
women
if
laugh
I was fat? Actually. Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
so funny.
yeah. But he's just one of
Oh
those
my God.
copacetic actors, though. He just does whatever he's told, and he's happy to do so. I think he's probably a fair enough, nice person. He doesn't seem like much of a
Oh
dick.
yeah.
No, he's a good guy.
yeah.
He's like one of the most normal actors in Hollywood. He's married. He's got a bunch of kids. Like his wife, as far as I know, isn't really anybody important. I mean, she is to him, I'm sure, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's just a dude who likes to act. It seems like I'd be very surprised if anything super nasty ever came out about him.
Yeah, no, he does seem like nice. Chris Pratt, there's some of those guys that are pretty nice. Robert Downey Jr. is an absolute self-absorbed prick, but when it comes to his people around him, the actors and stuff, he's an absolute really good guy and takes care of them and looks after them. He's really good in that environment. So there are some good people involved with Marvel. The funny thing that happened here, we didn't cover the news, but Hugh Jackman's wife had to come up and defend her husband for not being gay. I mean, what the hell, dude? But you know who was doing it, right? Because with those of us moderates or conservatives, the normal humans, right? We wouldn't care. It's kind of his business, right? Right? So the people that are actually asking the question or making the accusation or doing whatever, they're always going to be liberal, right? But the thing is, I thought you guys were all about the homosexual agenda. I thought that was that was one of your big thingies, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if someone's looking at him like, yeah, if he's gay, I'd like a piece of him, mate.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They seem to accuse, like sometimes when they want to insult, like I don't know if you guys remember, but when the Wachowski twins came out, or not twins, brothers came out and said that they were trans something, and you
they
had
both
all
happen to be trans.
yeah, but they all those liberal reporters were like, you Matrix fans, your favorite people's movies creator, you're gay. It's like, who exactly are you?
I bet you feel like real fucking queers.
But I'm just saying, who are you insulting here, right? They do this kind of stuff all the time. But whatever. But yeah, I agree. The Thor movies are not good, dude. The worst one is Ragnarok, in my opinion.
No, for me it's Dark World because at least with Ragnarok you could see that it actually had comedy to it. It didn't. It shouldn't have been a comedy, but at least it had good comedic writing out of Taika Waititi. The thing is, it just didn't suit what I was going for. But with Dark World, it was just really trying to be Whedon-esque,
It was,
snarky
yeah,
humor. I
it
hated
was,
it.
yeah.
Almost every single line in that freaking movie was like a snarky comment. It just pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I understand it
It made
completely.
me so angry.
Well, the coolest scene in that movie was Mjolnir flying around, right? Where in Ragnarok you had Jeff Goldblum being awesome as he always is. The Hulk
It
and
was just
Thor
great.
battle was awesome. I mean, so there were good things in the Ragnarok. I agree. Yeah, you're right. But
What
I
was
don't
it?
know.
Yes, I
He
pardon
actually,
you. I pardon you to death.
the cinematic beat, or I guess whatever you want to call it, story beat of him getting inspiration from his father, like he had always done,
Yeah,
was in Thor Ragnarok. Like there was a lot of really good stuff that they completely threw away with Endgame. So
that's
might as
true.
well have
Yeah.
never happened.
That's true. Endgame was absolutely atrocious. It was just the wrong-headedness when they went in to make Endgame. That should have been the homage to the 20-some movies you made. It should have been closing the chapter, and it just have fun with it and worry about what comes later, right? But that's not what they did. In general, though, my point from the beginning of this conversation is most, if not all, of the comic book Marvel movies are fun and enjoyable to some level or another. And we have a lot of worries because Feige has just bit that absolute SJW bullet. It seems we're getting all the women directors, all the women focused films, so we're worried about it. But the thing is, we have nothing to base it upon, nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen nothing. So I kind of think we have to
You
hold our
say we've
water.
seen nothing, but then you watch Endgame and it's all rah rah women power at the end.
Yeah,
You have that
but
whole scene where all the women come together and literally made me physically cringe when it happened. You have Captain Marvel being completely and utterly pointless in that movie, only just to give, the woman power angle.
yeah,
It
I
they're
agree.
going they he's you need to start taking these people at their word when they tell you who they are, Chester.
Oh no,
You're being naive.
I understand, and I know I will probably be disappointed. I just want to. I'm a hopeful person.
Well, stop.
All right.
Hope's dangerous.
Yeah, but no, I think the real issue there were a few of those things in Endgame,
Hope is gay.
but the real issue with the real issue with Endgame was the fact that they wanted to sacrifice everything they had done in order for the next set of movies. That's
Yeah.
really what they screwed up on. But anyway, you're all right and wrong in various. It's fine. It's fine. But I have no interest in seeing the Eternals at all. It's just dumb. It's not really that interesting anyway. I mean, it could do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing because let's be fair. Let's be fair. I've read some Guardians of the Galaxy books when I was younger. I did, but it was never one of those things on my pull list. It wasn't. It was something that I walked by and like, I'll read it again, right? It was never, and I think that's that way with everybody. But those movies took something that was obscure, really, with Marvel, and made them a great family fun. Now, for purists, maybe you don't like it, maybe you don't like this or that, but for the family thing, Guardians of the Galaxy is some of the best stuff Marvel made, right?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, it's just straight up simple fun, dude. And they did that with an obscure title. The Eternals could be the same thing, but it just seems like there's so much politic being put on top of it, and we know what
Well,
we know what happens when they do that. It just
so the
screws it up,
Eternals
dude.
should be a cosmic epic, not a family-friendly fun thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It,
I
it
just
should
don't.
be like Star Wars level huge, but
But why is Crow the big bad though? This is weird.
because they're hacks and they don't know what they're doing. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just thinking maybe they're going to build up to something. Maybe they're looking at a series of these Eternal movies.
Mm.
I don't know. The sequel was terrible. Okay, Nick. Eric says, Chester, so you're going to pass up Selma. She's Our Lady, no matter what she is in, even Frida. Well, dude, of course I'm going to check me out some Salma Hayek. But I'm very concerned about this movie, Eric. Very concerned, dude. Anyway, let's move on. But I just like, damn, dude. All right, here we go. No, this is going to be a conversation and a half. Go ahead, dude.
What do we got? What do we got? Rumor, Michael B. Jordan. Sorry, Michael B. Jordan, the favorite to play Jon Stewart. Why is it always Michael B. Jordan?
He's the only
There are
black guy
other
that
black
exists, I
people and
guess.
Hollywood people.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You can pick other black people. It's okay.
But see, the other black guys, they or girls, usually often girls, they get the they get the gender swapped or the race swapped hand-me-down crap, right? They get all that
That's what
stuff.
Michael B. Jordan always does. That's what he's famous for. He got like the race swap version of Johnny Firestorm, whatever the freaking name is in a Fantastic Four, right?
Johnny Storm.
They
Yeah.
yeah, that bloke.
God,
Yeah,
you suck.
yeah. You suck. They all wanted him for freaking Black Superman, right? He's the black guy in the Fahrenheit 451 movie. Who was supposed to be a white main character. He's always getting these little race swap characters. It's just so funny. They just keep putting him there.
Yeah, but he's the big time now, so now he gets to do the actual black dudes. So
He's upgraded.
he's the new Denzel Washington, I guess. Well, let's be fair though. You're right about that. He's certainly a somewhat political dude. He's not in our face all the time, but he is political. He's not a bad actor. He can do the job. He can. I think seeing him in Creed, he was pretty good. Of course, he was kind of being held up by several pretty good actors around him, but I think he can do the job. The problem here, and he's a little bit older, and he's showing his age, which is good. That's good for if he's going to do Jon Stewart. But can he pull off Jon Stewart though? Because that is unlike any character we've seen him do. He's never played that, military. He's not a black guy. He's not a ghetto guy. He's a military guy, which has no color attached to it, right? Can he do that, you think? Because every role he plays is always the, yo black man. Can
yo black man.
Well, you know what I mean.
The blacks. Yes,
Well,
yes,
you know what I mean.
I know
dude.
exactly. I know precisely what you mean, Chester. Yes.
So, I mean, can he pull that off? Because Jon Stewart isn't that at all. He's a hard-nosed, straight-shooting, military guy. And it's cool. I like Jon Stewart. I think it's cool that we will see Jon Stewart. I'm just not really sure if Jordan is the right choice. What do you think, Thunder?
I think Jon Stewart's the wrong choice. But that's
Really?
just me. Yeah.
He is kind of a boring one, but I don't think the film is centered around him. I think that it's more of a Green Lantern Corps movie, I think, is what we're going to see.
Well, that's my point, right? So are they going to do which Lantern is going to take the center stage? Because they can say it's a core movie all they want. That's going to happen. It happened in the Avengers. It's going to happen. It always happens in ensemble casts. Eventually, somebody, becomes the front of the group.
Well, they said
fine.
It's Hal, but it's probably going to be John. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I need to know what the plan is here, because I just don't really think Jon Stewart's carrying a movie himself. I don't think he's a good enough character. I don't think he has the ability to mass appeal enough. I just don't think it's going to work.
He's a bit
think
boring.
any of them. Yeah, I don't think any of them are going to carry himself. I don't even think Hal Jordan can carry it himself. I think you need the full core, and you need a buddy cop feel to it. Otherwise, or a straight up wartime feel to it, right? If you're going to go dark with it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. The character isn't. He's very comic booky. He has a stupid name. He does. Sorry, Green Lantern fans, but it's a dumb name. And it just doesn't work on its own. We saw that with the Ryan Reynolds movie. Granted, that's not a great movie, but I just don't think
70% of that movie was good, dude. It was the end,
exactly,
the third
and
act.
It still bombed. and it
Yeah,
still
the third
bombed.
act killed it.
So you
Yeah.
can't. The character is the problem. He's not strong enough to carry a franchise himself. Maybe they can change that in a movie and make it awesome, but it just seems like a lot of work that isn't necessary when you can make a really cool core movie that has military tone or buddy cop tone. One or the other. It needs to be one or the other. If it's not that, and I think you're right. I don't think Jordan can play either of those. I don't think that's who he is.
No.
He's
Yeah.
got a lot of street in him, I guess you'd call it. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have that. Maybe he'll pull it out. I don't know. He's a good actor, but I just don't know if he's believable in a role as a staunch military type character. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I just don't.
That's
I
right.
don't. I don't
That's
see
right.
it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, his street, which he always does, is really good because it's a believable street. It's not the over the top,
Right.
pimp, crap.
Right.
It's very believable.
He's very realistic, and that's why he's so popular. That's why he's popular among liberals, especially, who keep putting him in everything. And he's popular with black people. They generally do like him. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And it's because he pulls it off, and he feels authentic. And yes, Eric Hawkins, Green Lantern is a stupid name for a superhero. I don't care if anybody doesn't like that. It's the truth, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, but I've always been a Green Lantern fan, though.
Me
But
too. I love Green Lantern. He's just got a dumb name.
yeah,
I
I
think his
agree
name's
though.
cool.
But just imagine though, well, what if we had Jordan, Stewart, Gardner, and Rayner together
Mhm.
in the Earth,
It's a perfect cast.
protectors doing something? That would be fun, dude. Because you have
Yeah.
the different characters, right? You get the kind of wild card with Rayner. You have Gardner's who's an absolute dickhead. You have the
Mhm.
military
His face
guy
slaps
and Stewart, and you have the heart of the team, of course, the leader with Jordan. It could be a lot of fun if they did it like that, dude.
They could be. I don't know. Like I said, like you were saying, I don't think he could pull it off. I don't think Michael B. Jordan could pull off
We'll see.
that military guy.
Let him try. Let him see if he can actually do some acting. Let's see. Because I think he looks fine for it. And he does have experience. But the thing.
Yes, I met John Stewart. He has a stupid name too.
Well, it is very plain. But that movie that came out with Ryan Reynolds. I think the reason why it failed so badly is because I think a lot of people were enjoying it. It was going really well. It was fun. We got Sinestro. It was so many cool
It's
things
a
in the
very
beginning of
good
that movie.
Sinestro.
And then it was awesome, dude. It was
Mhm.
awesome. And then the third act, they absolutely slapped you in the face 12 times. And
Yeah.
it's like, what the
They
hell?
Hollywooded it. They Hollywooded it. They got scared, and like a lot of these, like Aquaman kind of does the same thing, right? It's pretty good up until a point where it's just too much, and then you're like, what? At the end of it, because they're Hollywooded it. They're afraid they're not going to get a sequel, so they try and shove as much stuff as the fans will like into it, and you're just like, what? At the end of it, there's just the overall narrative suffers when you shove a whole bunch of stuff at the end of the second act into the third act, and that's what they did in Aquaman, and that's what they did in Green Lantern. The problem with Aquaman, or I guess to their benefit, is Jason Momoa is awesome, and he's an awesome actor, and he carried that movie. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Ryan is that guy. I don't think Ryan Reynolds. He's a great actor and everything, and he's awesome, and people love him. But I don't think he can carry a bad movie. If a movie's going to be bad, it's going to be bad even with him in it.
Well, give him a chance. We'll see. We'll see. But I do hope it's more of the buddy cop or cops movie rather than trying to focus on. We'll see what they do with it. I hope they don't screw it up because I'd love to see a great Green Lantern movie. The thing that kills me, actually, and yes, Nort is the only Green Lantern. I agree, Eric. But if you go back and you watch, especially DC, Marvel has hit or miss, but DC makes great animated film. They do a great job with it.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
good at skimming that line between kid and adult. They're really good at it. Those whoever's in charge of that, they've done a great job over the past so many decades. But we had the Justice League movie, which the Justice League movie should have been that based on that animated. It would have been awesome. But we've had several Green Lanterns. In particular, there was a series I watched with the kids where it had John Stewart, Hal Jordan. They were in a very deep sector of space. It was a CG kind of thing, which isn't always great, but it was great storytelling. Did you see that one, Booster?
Oh, Green Lantern, the animated series. That was good stuff. That
It
was
was really good.
I believe that was created by Bruce Timm around 2010. It didn't do very well, and it was supposed to be like a partner show with the Green Lantern movie, but I think they kind of gave up on that when that movie fell. But that show was excellent.
It was.
Uh,
And I'm just saying, if they went with this kind of treatment, I think they might do a good job. But they won't. So
hmm And they incorporated all the other lanterns and stuff. I really like the Red Lanterns, for example. I think they're a great set of characters. I like stuff like that. I wish they'd go with that, but I don't think they will.
Well, it would be cool if they did the Darkest Night series. That would be
Mhm.
good. That was fun, dude. The War of the Rings. Of course, that's kind of
Yeah,
ripping off Tolkien completely, DC. But anyway,
no,
um,
not at all. One
yeah.
Rings and what have you.
But that was
Some
a
of it.
fun series. The Brightest Day wasn't as good, but I enjoyed that quite a bit, dude, with the Black Lanterns Rising and all the other colored lanterns. And our boy, the Butter King, was involved in the development of all that stuff, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
well done him.
well done him. But
Mhm.
all I can say is good luck. I like what Jordan has done so far. I've enjoyed his movies. I kind of hope he doesn't get too out of control with all this BLM stuff, but because that's
We
going
know
to hurt
how
him.
rowdy you blacks get.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like LeBron James. Someone really needs to tell him to shut the hell up, dude. He needs to shut his
Mhm.
damn mouth, right? He's
Yeah.
causing all kind of consternation for basketball in general. So
Oh, not basketball.
no, have you seen their numbers, dude? All of them are down. The NBA, NFL, MLB, they're all down, dude.
What a
Uh,
shame.
but the basketball is suffering the most.
They
What a
should
shame. Okay, Mr. Anti-Sports. Some of us like sports.
mhm. You
I
nerd.
like to watch Get Woke Go Broke turn into a universal truth
Exactly.
right before my
That's
eyes.
what I like.
All right.
That's
It
what I'm
is.
here for.
It is what it is. And Dexstar's getting some love in the chat from Ray Thula. Very nice. The colored
I love
lanterns,
Dexter.
you can just call him John Stewart. Sheesh. All right, fine.
It's the Cullens.
Nick says, last night we
The
discussed...
Cullens have rings now. What's the world coming to?
Nick C says,
Lord.
last night we discovered Chester is a black guy. Who knew? Uh-huh.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The conservative twins there. All right, let's move on. Now, let me come back to that one, actually. Let's do this one first, and we'll come back to that other one here real quick. What did I do with that? Oh, yeah. Okay, so go ahead, Booster.
What do we have? Marvel recognizes its next class of elite artists as Stormbreakers. What?
Well, now,
Okay,
of course,
what is this about?
Marvel always did their Young Gun thing, right? Where they talk about
Uh,
up and coming artists and they try to showcase them and stuff like that. Well, they've changed it from Young Guns to Stormbreakers for whatever reason. I don't know, dude. It doesn't make sense.
Stormbreakers. What was this? The 90s again? What's
Well,
happening?
Young
Oh
Guns
my
make
God,
sense
yeah, that's
to us,
real
right?
cringy. Oh.
It is weird. But
Stormbreaker.
anyway, they're kind of talking about them. And they showcase these people here, these 8 people. So we got Pat
Who are they?
Gleason. He's a rotating artist for Amazing Spider-Man. We got John
Okay.
Cassera, artist for X-Force, which I kind of like the art on X-Force, actually. I don't like the book, though. Peach Momoko. That is not your frickin' name. You do realize you're calling yourself Peach Girl. You do realize that, right? Because Momo means peach, Ko means girl. Peach Girl. Idiot.
Peach
Girl.
Peach girl.
Peach Girl.
I'm
Regular
like
cover artist.
such a weeb. Oh my god.
It's so stupid, dude. And cover artist is subject of 2021 book Marvel portfolio, Peach Momoko. So basically, she's in your class, even though she's done no comic books whatsoever. She's just someone you're saying, look at her art. Huh?
Look how
Okay,
great
whatever.
she is. Could you believe it?
Well, I mean, that's dumb. And there are female artists that are pretty good. Why don't you? Oh, whatever. Naracha Bustos. Okay. Previously used Spider-Woman and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Well, the art on that, once again, I didn't care for what they were doing in those books, but the art was good. It was good. That Moon Girl, if they're talking about the Moon Girl art that I'm thinking of, that was really good. We'll see here in a second. Iban Coella. Does anyone recognize these guys? Artists of upcoming series Dark Ages and a rotating artist on Venom. Okay. Carmen Carnero, artist of Helions and rotating on Miles Morales Spider-Man. Okay. Juan Cabal, one of the rotating artists, is on Guardian. Yeah, what are they all rotating? Why don't you have the Guardians of the Galaxy artist, the Spider-Man artist? Why is everyone
That is
rotating?
weird.
Yeah.
They just can't stick to the one thing, I guess. Maybe they're always freaking late. I don't know.
Maybe RB Silva, upcoming artist on Fantasy 4. So once again, someone we haven't seen yet, but they seem to think this is going on. Now, CB Sawalsi says with the announcement, we're continuously blown away by their innovative style and by the power in how they capture the heart, humor, and humanity of our characters. Now, we all appreciate great art over here. I mean, that's a big part of being a comic book fan is the art, right? The writing's important too, of course it is. This will get you coming back, storytelling. But the art, we're all into it, right? And we all understand over here
Of
that
course, yeah.
that's right. Well, we all understand there are many ways to go about skinning the same cat, right? I mean, there's different artistic styles in there, and that's good thing. So let's take a look at their art here. They kind of have a picture here of their faces and stuff, which is fine. And this is like an Asian girl. But see, you're not from Asia, though, because no Japanese girl would call herself Peach Momoko. You moron. It's just some California Japanese Nisei that thinks she's being cool and connecting to her culture.
She's very kawaii.
Whatever, kawaii, ne? Or maybe she's very kawaii. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. You got that bitch.
Well, kawaii means scary. Kawaii means cute.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know. I got that. Yeah.
No, you didn't. Stop lying.
I
Yeah, Stop
did.
it.
I listen to
Stop
you
it. Okay.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Would I ever lie to you?
Maybe. Anyway, let's take a look here.
I would. I do it consistently.
You do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look what we got here. Let's see what we think of this art. Carmen or Carnero. I don't know. I like it. What do you think, Thundero?
I don't know what's happening with Captain Marvel's face over here, but I feel he captured her.
Well, no, this is each person. We're going to talk about one at a time. I
I
think
see.
I think what's letting down this is the coloring, not the actual line work.
Well, I say it needs a lot of work. Put it. I'll be as diplomatic as possible.
The eyes
I
are a
think
bit
it all needs a
wonky,
lot
aren't
of work.
they? You're right. The eyes
Yeah.
are a bit wonky. This is an interesting thing. A couple of years ago, I would have simply an opinion what I liked and didn't like, and I would shut up, right? But I've been doing the Drawn a Quarter for 2 years now, and over 100 episodes. I've actually become acquainted and skilled in recognizing what is good and what is not. I've learned a lot
We're
about art.
pretty much professional artists now.
Well,
both of
well,
us. Yeah.
I'd say we're professional critiques though. You and I have learned so
absolutely.
much, dude. Don't you think?
I've learned a few things. At
Yeah.
least 5.
At least 5. No, I think we have.
Yeah.
Particularly on
Yeah.
critiquing art. So I feel much more confident to give an opinion on art than I did before. But yeah, you're right, Thunder. I think it has a quality that jumps out at you, and you're like, ooh. But then when you look in deep, the eyes are offset. The coloring is not good, particularly around the chest. Yeah, it's not.
And where's her tits?
Well, they've softened them down with bad coloring. It's almost as if they took a chalk pen and kind of went over the top of it. But the thing is, this is tough for me because we have a lot of great artists over here. We see some absolutely phenomenal stuff. And if these are the future of comic books, well, they better be able to stand up to these so-called amateurs that we have on our channel, right? I mean, that's how I look at it. You would think, right? So I think Carmen's got potential, though, but it's not as good as the stuff we see every week on this channel, though, or on Mike's channel, or on other channels, right? So, all right, that's Carmen. Let's move down here to the next one here. This is RB Silva. What do you think about this Captain Marvel he's got going on here?
I think her jaw must be really hurting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on with her face. Why does she still has no boobs?
One of her tit scenes rather elevated. Her left one seems a lot higher than the right one. What's going on here?
Yeah, the perspective, they're trying to do a turn body perspective, but it's
What's
not really
happening
working.
with her neck?
The
Where's her
stomach
neck? Where's...
and the jaw is way out of line. But Eric, Eric, do me a favor and come on in here, please. Eric. Eric
Don't,
Hawkins is
Eric. He's gonna try to make you draw.
No, I'm not. I want his opinion because Eric knows what he's doing. Eric, could you come into the live and join us, please? Booster, could you pay attention and he comes in because he'll probably get stuck in the general. Just pull him down here or the live waiting. Pull him down here with us, please.
I can do just that. Yes.
Yeah, come in here, Eric, please. But anyway, all right, let's continue though. But this is Silva, and yeah, it's not right. The jaw, that jaw is not right. The chest isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
You suck.
Yeah, you're right, Nick. You're right. Well, no, I mean, they're presenting these guys as the future of Marvel. That's what they're saying. Now, they're not. It's more than that. They're saying they're the future of comic books, right? That's what this whole Young Gun thing is. So now they changed it to Stormbreakers. Why did they do that, Thunder? That's a dumb name.
It's a very dumb name. It should only be used for one thing, and that's it. Why they decided it needed to be used for artists? Sorry, artists. You're all great at what you do, but you're not cool enough to be called Stormbreakers.
Hey.
Gotta burst your bubble.
Eric. No, thanks for jumping in here, dude, because I really want to take some time and look at this, and I'd like an artist's perspective. So we did Carmen's and we did Silva's so far with, of course, Storm and Danvers here. What do you think going on here? Keep in mind, Marvel is presenting these guys as the future of comic books, so
Well, let's see. I'll start with Carmen's. I don't think it's too bad, but we're only seeing a little bit here. We can't see the whole body. The neck is definitely way too long.
Well, the eyes seemed off to me. Yeah,
the eyes are off. Like I guess the right one's a little too high.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely. But it's not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. I don't know if it'd make me buy a comic seeing that art in it. It depends what the rest of it looked like.
Yeah, I think the coloring, especially, it's as if they colored the face okay, and then they came down in the neck and chest, and they were like, fuck it, right? And they didn't.
Yeah, it almost looks like he might be coloring it himself.
Maybe. Now the one next to it with the Danvers are Captain Marvel here. This is Silva, and I tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the reason that mouth looks wonky is because the shading on the right side of the face is wrong. Because I think if we got rid of that shading, it probably would be fine. I think it's the shading that's pulling the mouth.
The shading and the shape. The jaw just doesn't look quite right. But the shading, definitely, yeah. The shading's off. I don't know if you can get your mouth. Well, maybe she could get her mouth open that way.
Oh, no. Okay. But the Carmen here, that mouth is fine. The one next to it, the Natasha Bustos mouth is fine. That's much more cartoony Hulk. I don't know if we can even judge that, to be honest with you.
It's too carny, too cartoony for me.
I think the artwork itself is serviceable. It just has zero energy.
Yeah. I mean, if that's for a kid's book or something, that'd probably be awesome.
Yeah. However,
they did like a kid's line of Hulk.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think that would be good. But so Carmen, it's okay. Silva, something's really wrong with that picture. Bustos, not what we would be interested in. However, this Patrick Gleason over here with the Spider-Man, that looks pretty good, dude.
I love that one. Yeah, I do really like that one.
I'm gonna turn my head upside down and see if I can see anything.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Stand on your hands there and.
Yeah. Oh, I feel my body melting.
No, I really like that one.
It's a good piece.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good piece. So
it's a good Spidey.
And
Spidey's probably the hardest to draw out of all of these characters.
Is he? Is that true, Eric?
Well, look at all the
It's the webs. Nobody likes drawing the webs. Even Jim Lee said it. He'd love to do Spider-Man someday, but he hated to draw the webs, so he drew them as little as possible.
Oh, yeah. I see.
It's all the lines over his costume, right?
Yeah, and actually, the webs on the body are wrong. They're not curved enough. They almost look straight.
Yeah, but I could see all the muscle.
The rest, I mean, it looks good though. Yeah, just good muscle definition. Yeah.
I think he put the lines in as an afterthought or after effect. Because
Mhm.
but my point is there's skill here though. We can see that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's
Yeah.
definitely skill here with Patrick Gleason. So that's not bad at all. So we're
His
halfway
name
through.
sounds familiar, like I've heard him before.
I don't know. Chat, get on that. So we're
Yeah,
halfway through.
These are our Stormbreakers, though.
These are our Stormbreakers, yes. But we're halfway through, and we have one that's good, right? This I don't know. I can't even judge this Natasha thing. I don't know what the hell they're spelling their name. The Natasha is supposed to be Natasha, but they wanted to animate it up. Natasha. I don't know what the
Nachacha Bustos.
I have no
Is
clue.
it? Is it
Yeah.
Hispanic? Is it Weebish? I don't know.
I don't know. I could
Can't
be
tell.
completely wrong. But anyway, let's come down into the bottom half here.
my God.
Let's take a look here. We got an Eben Coelho. For some reason, it sounds like I've heard of this person before. But I don't know. What do you think
Very
of this, Eric?
stretchy. It looks incomplete.
It does. It looks very much incomplete.
Yeah, that's kind of kiddish too. If it was in a kid's book, not bad.
Yeah, but it does look unfinished, although it's just a style, I guess you could take that. But
It's very sketchy. It doesn't look like it's been inked. It's like the pencils have been just darkened.
and they just kind of colored over it, which is a weird
Yep.
way to go. But I don't know. Proportionally, it looks okay, though.
For what we can see, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's not horrible. Now this next one here, this is Picha Momoko. It's clearly anime, extremely anime.
Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Peach
fan of anime, so
Well, now who is this character?
that is Winter Soldier, I'm going to guess.
Is it?
Oh, is that who's supposed to
It
be? Oh,
is
the
Winter
arm, I
Soldier.
guess.
See the arm?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
You know who would do better anime
What?
than this? One Dune Rabbit.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee,
yeah.
God, yeah, dude, easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Rabbit is badass in that. But the thing I wanted to see what Thunderos thinks about these two here, with Peach Beach and Ian here. But with Peach Beach's thing, the face isn't bad. The body's not good. It's so blocky. It's like Lego body, but the face isn't so
Yeah.
bad. Well, what do you think, Thundero?
Iron Man looks like he's about to puke. Winter Soldier looks like he's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this third character?
Yeah, I don't know who that's supposed to be. And then Black Widow looks ugly. So there's that.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment, but the Joshua Cassara here, this is Valiant, I think, isn't it? One of the out of the Valiant book, isn't it? Prince Valiant.
I have no idea. But I don't mind the art, though.
No,
yeah, that's the best
I like
one,
it.
by far. By
Yeah.
far, best one. The face has good feature on it. He looks like he's finished.
Yeah,
This
no,
Iron Man literally looks like somebody who's got something in their throat, like they're about to throw up, like he's like he's pulling back to get ready for it. His head shape's all wrong. Like that's not good. That's bad. This Black Widow's ugly. The body's okay, I guess. It's nothing spectacular. None of these bodies are spectacular. The best one is that if I guess that guy's Valiant, then that's the best one by far.
well, I think he's a
Winter
character
Soldier looks
from
like
it.
he's an anime. He looks like a 15-year-old anime character. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Patrick Gleason Spider-Man's the lines aren't quite right, but it's a pretty good piece. The Joshua Cassara here is I think I agree that's the best so far. However, the Juan Cabal here, it is an ugly
Juan.
Black Widow, but I think it's solid art though.
Yeah. It's
I
good.
think
I
it's
think
very
it's
solid.
rendered very nicely. It looks more like traditional comic book art than the rest of them do.
That
But
is a
what makes her look ugly is she's got those Barry Windsor Smith eyes.
And she's
Well, and
her jaw is
Her face
ridiculous.
is humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the jaw and chin and everything. Like, what's going on here? Why does she look like 60 Squidward?
Because
She
they've
looks like
been
she's
told-
fat. She looks like she
Yeah.
has a fat face. That's what she looks like.
She does, but they've been told not to make women pretty. It's clear they've been told to do this because we've seen artists who
yeah.
have done beautiful women before, and now all of a sudden, to keep their job, I'm assuming, their women are ugly. It's
Yeah.
clearly a something that's been come down from the top, and it's dumb, but it is what it is. So
I think her nose is too small.
Well, it's the nose would be perfect if they brought this damn frickin' jawline in,
Yeah,
right?
the face needs to be brought down. It looks like her face is being brought up, right, from where her head is supposed to be.
Well, you know what it looks
It
like
all
to
looks
me,
silly.
Booster? We've seen the guys do it on the show a lot. They have this tool that they go in and they can actually pull the art they've already drawn and they can reshape it by pulling it. It looks like they.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, okay. I know we don't.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Never,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's what it looks like they did. It looks like it was a thinner jaw and they pulled it out. Maybe the editors
Yeah.
did this. Maybe it was an editing bay thing.
Right.
But here's the thing. This is the future of comic books. These are supposed to be the most badass things coming into Marvel, the up and comings, and we see the Gleason thing's fine. I like Joshua Cassara's piece. I think that's kind of cool. It's very artistic too, and I think the Juan Cabal is actually solid art. So we have 3 of the 8 that I think are good. But that's not great. It should be great. It should be freaking outstanding. They're supposed to be the best of the best. I mean,
It should be Stormbreakers.
they should be Stormbreakers. I mean, just think about, Thunder Arrow. Who's the guy's name offhand? We've had him on the show a couple times. Well, we had Buddy on the show a couple times, but the White Widow guy. What's his name again?
Oh my God, I just completely blanked.
Jamie Tyndall.
Jimmy Tyndall. There you
Yes,
go.
yes.
His stuff's better than everything here. Matt
Yep.
Weldon definitely
Oh.
better than everything here.
My
Yeah, that's
boy
not even
Weldon.
close. Yeah, that's not even close. That's,
But
I
he's
like my art
amazing.
how I like my steak. Well done.
Oh,
But seriously, I like my steak medium rare.
But I mean, I'm just talking about the really standout guys we've had on the show. Ryan Cardinal, maybe. What do you think, Eric?
Oh, yeah, Ryan's a great artist.
Yeah.
He's better in these. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just talking about just the standouts, not all our other guys like Eric and all the other artists. I think Eric's stuff could easily be sitting up here with it and be at par with what we're seeing. But it's not supposed to be that.
Thank you,
it's supposed to
sir.
be beyond that. Well,
All right,
it's
I'm gonna
true.
assume something super racist. So I'm just gonna power through it. You notice how most of these people's names are very Hispanic. Did these people jump over the fence, or what's going on?
I think
He
they're
came
probably.
over in a boat.
I think they're.
Supposed to be in a
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to assume these people are very cheap.
They probably are very cheap.
Oh.
They are. Yeah. Here's a picture of
could
their
be.
face if you want to see that right there. Here's our. Let's see. That's definitely the Momo girl. This is. I don't know what that is. Because there's 3 females here, but I didn't see 3
Oh my
female
God.
names. Did you? I guess Carmen could be a woman. I suppose.
And what the hell's a
Arby's.
nutshell?
The Nacha maybe is a female, and I guess the Peach is a girl. So, huh?
So there you go. We figured it out.
We figured it out. But once again, well, he's definitely Mexican. These look like Italians though. Yeah, I think they got a few Italian European types in here, and they got a Mexican. I don't know what this dude is. And we got some ladies in there because it's time. Damn it!
It's time.
I don't
It's
know.
their turn.
It is their turn.
Just time.
Yeah.
For comparison's sake, Eric, throw out an absolutely phenomenal artist that's working today. I mean, true great artist that's working in the industry today.
Shoot, hold on. Adam Kubert's still working. I like his work a lot.
Adam
He's on Wolverine right now. Kubert.
Kubert.
K-U-B. It's Joe Kubert's son. K-U-B-E-R-T.
All
A
right.
couple of things. I think DC has the better artists right now.
I
with
think
Hulk,
that's true.
Jimenez,
I agree.
Jason
They have for a long
Fabek,
time.
Gary
Yeah.
Frank. I think DC has snatched up the good artists.
Yeah.
And I feel like Marvel is just not forking out the money for it. I
That is
think
pretty
even
cool.
Sean Gordon Murphy himself said that when someone asked why he doesn't work for Marvel, he just simply said, "Well, Marvel can't afford me."
Well, there you go. But here's another one. We had this guy on the show too. The Black Monday Murders, right?
Yeah.
We had this guy on the show, and hopefully he's feeling better. I mean, come on, dude. And he's not an old dude at all. He's young, much younger than me. I see he's around Thundero's age. This guy's a killer artist, dude. I mean,
I
absolute
like that a
killer.
lot.
I think
Um,
that's a big part of it right there. I think Booster hit it. They're cheap.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because
All right,
The guy doing the three Jokers right now, Jason Fabik, he's
Yeah,
really good
Jason
too.
Fabik.
Yeah.
Oh, it's killer. David Finch, Jason Fabik. Rick
Fabik,
Capullo,
is
these
that
are all
CK or just K?
I think okay.
It's right there in your suggested list.
Where?
The top one.
Jason Fabini? Fabini.
Or no, not
Okay.
Fabini.
FAB.
Well, no,
Okay.
I couldn't. Fabok. What are you doing?
Oh, there
Yeah,
it
There
is.
it is
that
right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing
I'll
three
tell you
characters
that-
right now, and he's killing it.
Three Jokers is probably one of the best books I've read in a long time, besides my own, of course.
Of course,
There
of
you
course.
go. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Although, once again, what is Eric? I've asked this question before, and no one wants to answer me. So maybe you'll answer me today. Why have I seen a trend with a lot of modern comic book illustrators where they're leaving behind the superhero proportion and going to normal human proportion? What's up with that?
It's probably because it's simpler to draw. I mean, you don't have to do all the cross hatching, all the definition of the muscles. I mean, that takes a lot of time to put all that definition in. So I think they're just trying to take an easy way out.
I don't think I like it. What do you think about that, Thundero?
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
The whole point of superheroes is to be aspirational and impossible.
Super.
And if they just look like everybody else, then what's the point? Why am I reading this?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Well, anyway, I got to get myself over to work, so I have to stop. But thank you very much for coming in, Eric, and giving us an opinion.
No
on
problem.
that. It's it is depressing though. But that's the thing. If they wanted to do like a showcase and say, "Hey, look at our new artist," fine, right? But
Yeah.
they are promoting them as they literally said this in the release, the future of comic books, right? That's their words. And
2 or 3 of them, but they won't last long.
I hope they do. I hope they all do well. I want to see all you artists make money doing what you're doing. I mean, me personally.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
So I don't have anything against any of them whatsoever. Although I'm sure if I met them, I'd probably punch a couple in the head. But you know what I mean. But I just Marvel just can't get their head out their damn ass, dude. They're just, it's so far up there. Now, I haven't heard a peep out of Miss Amanat in quite a while, but we all assume that she's actually the one running things. Do you think that's true now that we've had some time to absorb it?
Well, looking at this, I'd say yes.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Booster?
I don't really know. I haven't been paying much attention to Marvel in a while, to be honest. So
Well,
all I read coming out of there is Daredevil, and it's excellent.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel a responsibility because I have like a show. So I kind of pay attention, It's painful, and I agree with 100%. DC, the art at DC is way beyond Marvel right now.
Yes,
the DC
there
is
are a few
killing
that
it.
are still good, but DC has Jorge Jimenez at the moment. If you've been reading Batman,
Jimenez.
it's insane.
Yeah, no, I've been paying attention. It's a really good stuff. That's why I agree with you. And the Daredevil stuff is fine, actually. Who's doing that right now?
I'm gonna butcher this. Marco Cicchetto? Cicchetto?
All right. A lot of
and
Latins.
Also the guy doing Venom right now, Ryan Stigman, he's quite good as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. So yeah, I think it seems like a lot of Europeans and Latin Americans, and we do know that a lot of colorists are coming up out of the Southeast Asia right now. Pretty good ones too. Pretty solid colorists, but it's all because they're cheap. And that's not necessarily always a bad thing. But we had a good conversation with Art Tiber Thundero a couple of times over the past
Hmm.
how long we've been doing the pontificators. But Art makes a very good point, and and I think we have to take into account that he has an insider view that we don't have, right?
Yeah.
And he says the real trouble with modern comic books, the big industry guys, and one of the reasons he got out was because they don't want superstar artists anymore. They don't want it. They want it to
Oh
be
yeah, they
about
don't
the
want to pay 'em.
brand, not about the individual.
Correct.
And yeah, it's an interesting
I'm going to tell
statement.
you right now. Not only is that ridiculously short-sighted, it kills
Yes.
your business. And I can say this from experience because it's happening in pro wrestling. Vince McMahon wanted the same thing, and over 15 years he created that, and he's killed his business. His ratings are in the toilet. He's making less money than he did, year on end. His revenues are up. It increases your revenues, which looks good on a stock sheet, but your actual money isn't there. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
actual profits aren't there.
Well, Vince
So
let
you're
his
not
ego
growing.
get in the way, dude.
Yeah, you don't grow like that. And that's not a winning strategy. You need superstars. Need them. In every form of entertainment, the star makes the money every time. There's people who would buy, just straight buy some of it. Like look at McFarlane. People will just buy stuff because it's McFarlane. Period.
Yeah.
Superstars sell. It's
Yep.
that simple.
It's true. And this is not a new thing with McMahon. And he got away with it for a while, but it's really
Yeah.
starting to hit him. Because I remember way back, dude. I forget which studio it was, but the studio wanted to and I think McMahon might have actually started it, but they wanted to make a movie, and because McMahon wanted to get into movie making, and they brought on Carpenter, which is a very famous guy at the time, and it was all about the They Live thing because he really wanted to have Roddy Piper in it, for some reason. And basically, what McMahon did was he went to Piper and he said, "Look, I want to make the movie myself. I'll offer you triple." He offered him triple the salary. And Piper was like, nah, I'm going to stick with Carpenter. I mean, you kidding me? And of course, it's a legendary movie now, right?
Yeah.
They Live. Legend, right? And McMahon was so pissed that Piper didn't, take the deal and do it with him. Instead, he basically ostracized, and that's kind of why we saw Hot Rod kind of go away. Which, what a shame, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I love Roddy Piper. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't love them some Hot
That's
Rod?
Booster's favorite wrestler.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 Oh, Rod is
I
awesome.
love that guy. Yeah.
But I mean, that's why we kind of lost Hot Rod, was because of the ego
I love
of
the
Vince
maniac.
McMahon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old maniac.
The maniac loves you, boy.
So, Booster, I do need to go though. But
Then get out of here. What are you doing?
I'm going to shut it down here. But I have to have a question. I didn't
down.
know your name was Charles.
Chuck? Chuck there?
I don't get it.
Did you like the timing on that one there, Thundero?
I did.
Yeah, thank
Booster,
you.
why will you not embrace your new name? Why? What is it? Tell me.
I'm not going to answer.
Oh, come on, Chuck. All right, let's. I got to get out of here. But
I wish my name was Charles. I wish somebody would give me a cool name like Charles.
hey, man, my name's Chester.
Okay,
You don't hear me
all right,
complaining.
Thundero, you can be Charles. As
No,
well.
you're Charles. I can't take
No,
that. from
you're
you. You
Charles
need
now. I
this in your
gave
life.
you the name Charles because you
You
wanted a cool
need it
name like
in your
Charles,
life.
so you
See,
can be Charles.
okay.
Is Booster in charge now? However,
Yeah, I'm in charge. I'm
if he's
Charles, I'm in
Charles.
charge.
yes.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm Charles. Now I'm in charge.
So now you get the deal with Alyssa Milano. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
She's your
So
All right, I'll shag her.
oh God. That's a dangerous row to hoe there, dude. Woo! There was a double
Taking
entendre in
one
there
for-
somewhere,
I
baby.
am taking one for the team.
Did you
I'm
like
not
that one,
saying
Eric?
I'm like Jesus, but
Good
I'm
one.
pretty much like Jesus.
Yeah. You do love Jesus. We know that.
I
Jeebus
love me
is-
some Jesus.
Yes, that's true. But anyway, I got to get out here, so let's go down the road and let everyone have their closing comments. Since Eric came in and helped us, I'm going to let him do a namaste. I think it's perfect. It's perfect. Booster, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I'm Booster. How you doing?
wonderful. Thundero, go ahead, dude. You just
I just
upset
wanna
him. You
say-
upset him.
That my best friend on all the internet is Charles Booster Kiwi. That's him
Aw.
right there. I love him. He's a
Aw.
good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy. That's true.
Ugh.
He's so mad.
Thanks, Chuck. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us here. It was a lot of fun. Do keep in mind that tomorrow is a pontificator day. I hope so, anyway. Art is in the middle of doing a lot of. He's trying to get all his books and stuff out, but we should have not tomorrow. Sorry, on Wednesday. But tomorrow we have Bugbear's Basement. We are going to be role playing. We're going to be doing Ultra D&D nerd stuff. So if you want to be part of that, come on by. We got a normal week, and come back on next Sunday night for the Night Owl Show, where we will be talking about all kind of crazy news, and including a little TFT segment where we're talking about COVID and the president. It'll be interesting, I think. It'll be good. But as for the rest of today, Mr. Hawkins is going to go ahead and namaste us out of here, brother.
Okay, let's see. I found a quote of the day. We'll go with that.
Mm.
I have noticed that nothing I never said ever did me any harm.
Ooh,
True.
that's deep, dude.
poignant.
Namaste.
Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge. Oh, there you
Namaste.
go. He had something
Namaste.
to say. Namaste. All right, guys. Later. Are you still brooding, Chuck?
Meh.
He really doesn't like it.